Hello. How's it going? Got into a game incredibly quickly, actually. So, got my concentration game on. Coming out of everything, making sure it's all ship shape. There we go. You go here. Looks legit to me. See, you come back in. You go in there. I'm not even going to try hard the gold mine here. Don't have the time. Haven't got the time to try hard a gold mine. So let's see. We're in a human mirror match. So let's see how this goes. Hello, thank you. A Russian. For the 15 months. That's a long time. Thank you there. Alright, let's see. That's too many peasants in the gold mine. Move over to here. You're coming over there. You're going to finish building that. You're going to get a footman. We want to get a tower if we can. So let's have a look. Archmage is going to come out. Right. Get the tower there. Fine. That's alright. Just do that. Do it. Make it happen. Build a farm there if you really have to. And now we'll do it. So, how many peasants have we got? So many. Right, we should be more or less good. Right, that looks legit to me. So I'm happy with that start. Let's get the sound up a bit so I can hear what's going on.
On my way. Well, what is it? Ready for action.
Not the most impressive item.
Say the word. Whatever. Well, what? Say the word. Ready for action. Well, yes, me lord. What? Yes, me lord. What? More work. Yes, me lord. Well,
Upgrade.
our forces are under attack. Yes, my liege. Well,
That's handy. I'll have a spare water elemental, thank you.
more work. What? Right. What is it now? I can hardly wait. Orders?
So,
Whatever.
I'll be curious in the replay just to see where it is that he is.
What is it now?
Right, he's going left, so he's gone.
Say the word. Well,
I know where he's gone.
say the word. Get on. You require my job done. Orders. Get on. Say the word. What is it now? Get on. Orders. Say the word. You require my job done. What? Yes, my liege. Orders. Aye, my lord. Right. On my way. Get on with it. I can hardly wait.
Ah, no, not that. Yeah, that was bad. I wanted to send this singular footman back, not every single footman.
I can hardly wait.
Alright, so he's got way too many footmen. That's alright there.
Orders? Yes, my liege. Well? What do you need? Yes, my liege. What do you need? Yes, my liege. Our forces are under attack. To arms!
Wow, he's greedy, isn't he?
For glory! Get on. Well? Glory for What do you need? Upgrade? Can hardly wait. $4 on! Get on.
May as well get level 3 whilst I'm here.
Orders?
Right.
What is it? What? Get on. What do you need? Right. What is it now?
Well, I say level 3. You won't.
More work? Well? What? More work? What is it? Require my assistance? Well? Off I go then. More work? Yes, my lord. Forces are under attack. What is it? More work? Right. Require my assistance. All right, what is it? I'll go then. Yes, what is it? Right. Yes, my lord. What is it? To battle. Yes, my liege. Our forces are under attack. Require my assistance. Give me some. Do. What is it now? What color on? Fine. Well? Require my assistance. Say the word. Get on. Nymphori Prostaris Sedar. What do you need? Orders? What? Aye. Well? Get on. Aye. Yes, my liege. Give me something to do. Put him away. For cause hold on. What do you need? Require my assistance. Our forces are under attack.
Man, that's gotta hurt.
Aye. Brilliant. Get on. Say the word. What? Off I go then. What is it? What is it now? Wait till you see me in action. Get on. Job done. Give me something to do. Well? What is it now? Orders? Require my assistance. Wait till you see me in action. To battle. What do you need? What? Yes, my lord. What? What is it? Yes, my liege. What is it? More work? Require my assistance. Well? I can hardly. What is it now? Perfect. Fine. Aye. I'm coming through. Get on. Brilliant. Whatever. Ready to work. Well? What is it now? Get on. Say the word. Give me something to do. What is it now? Fine. Orders. Wait till you see me in action. Yes, well?
I got too many peasants again, haven't I? Right, I need to chop through these trees. Release my archmage. So we're going to chop these trees. And hopefully that will give me access out of this base. Going to tech up. Let's see. So, Mountain King, Archmage, Footman, Spellbreakers. That pass over.
Be quick. Time is mana.
Aye. Well, get on with it. Yes, my lord. What is it now?
Let's see if I can get out of here.
I can hardly wait.
Yes, good. I can.
Thirst for magic.
Well, more work. All right. What is it yes, now? My lord.
Gonna check if he's going for an expansion or anything like that.
What is it now? Build more farm. You require my off I go then. Whatever. What is it now?
Right, you guys,
More work.
come on over.
I'm coming through. Say the word. Right. You require my
Onward. My thirst for magic.
give me something to do. Put him away.
Very nice item there.
Blood elves await.
What? Well? Give me something to do. What is it?
Right, making sure he hasn't done that.
Build more farm. What?
Keep getting farms. You got blacksmith.
Get on. Job's done. Fine. Perfect. Alright. What is it? Well? Yes, my lord.
Right.
Forces are under attack. What? Get on.
So you haven't got blacksmith yet, but you're going to need one of those, and you're going to need lumber mill.
Give me something to do.
Time is mana.
What? Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
The blood elves await.
Right.
Job's done.
We don't have a town portal, so that's a scary thing.
On with it.
So basically can't have a bad fight here, otherwise I could just throw the game.
Well, what is it now? Job's done. Whatever. Get on. Well, get on. Job's done. Well,
Give me something to do. Wait till you see me in action.
get on. What is it now?
Your magic is mine. Brilliant.
Forces are under attack. Job's done. Hello.
Give me something to do.
I thirst for magic.
Brilliant.
Shit! How did he have another Stormbot already?
Give me something to do.
You require
Be
my
quick. Time is mana. Very clever. Easy.
Come on, sneak out.
Very
Well?
clever.
Aye.
Get on
What
with
is
it.
it now? Well,
Give me something to do. Put him away.
get on.
Wait till you see me
Blood
in
elves
action.
await.
Well,
Aye.
Be quick.
Very dirty game, this one. Very dirty.
you require my assistance.
Our forces are under attack. I'm coming
I
through.
thirst for
What
magic.
is it now?
Just making sure he hasn't got an expansion. Right, Paladin.
Time is mana.
All right. What is it now?
Blood elves await. Be quick. Time is
Aye.
mana.
Put him away. Wait till you see me in action.
The blood elves
Aye.
await.
Brilliant.
You require my assistance.
Give me something to do.
No invulnerability potion, unfortunately.
Get on with it.
Make sure he isn't doing my red spot, which is basically another spot he could go for. Otherwise, we should all be good.
Give me
The
something to
blood
do.
elves await.
Sire, you
Wait
require
till you
my
see me in action.
Be
Just
quick.
try not to throw this game away.
Yes, get on.
Thirst for magic.
Well,
Give me what?
He is. I thought he might be.
yes, my lord.
Okay, so he's doing that, which means there's no chance he can get up and do this, so I may as well go and do the top bit.
What is it?
On with it.
But I'm going to have the more superior units and all of that. He might actually be quite likely to come to my base after this. So, another tower, perhaps.
Well, then, I can't do that.
Quick. Time is mana.
Yes, my lord. Word. Yes, my lord.
Yeah, he's going to try to get to my tower.
Job's done.
This is so typical, man.
As you wish.
Well,
I thought he would catch something out. He's going to catch the fucking paladin. That sucks bad. That sucks bad, boys. That sucks bad.
It shall be done.
Okay, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I really don't like that at all. Fucking paladin, man. Why are you so slow?
See me in action.
whatever.
Why are you so fucking slow, paladin?
Town is under
What is
siege.
it now? What is it? I can't do that. What is it now?
Yes, my lord. Wait till you see me in action. Aye.
Get on.
Wait till you see me in action.
What is it?
Your honor, command me. Research complete.
You require my assistance? To back.
I don't think he actually has a TP.
What?
Give me something to do.
Get on.
Give me something to do.
You require my assistance?
On with it.
There he does now.
You need. Yes, my lord. Wait till you see me in action. Put him away.
What is it now? Get on.
Aye.
You require my assistance?
Please don't kill the Archmage. Fucking hell! That's a good one. Really? We're really gonna get the fucking Archmage right at the end there? Really?
Yes, my lord.
Hmm.
Right.
That is fucking annoying. No other word for that one. Fucking annoying. Really gonna get the Archmage right at the end there. Not just gonna let him TP without, you know, any trouble. No, we're just gonna make sure that the TP goes off after he dies. Excellent. Thank you so much for that. Fucking love you for that. Thank you so much.
I thirst for magic.
What is it?
Await your command. Brilliant.
You require my
Move it.
Not in our face.
Give me some.
Now look at this fucking positioning I'm stuck with. Sucks. Back. Brakatatak. Get the fuck back. Everything get back. This is a shit show positioning. I'm caught in a shit show. I actually might have to TP out of my own base just to fucking reposition myself. It's actually kind of retarded.
For my people. For honor. And will. For honor.
Hold him away.
Well? What is it? Let me face the devil. For my people. You require my assistance.
Command me. Aye.
Well?
Wait till you see me in action.
Sire?
Give me some. Do.
Get on. At your point.
Wait till you see me in action.
You require my
Aye. I'm coming through. Command me.
Let me face the devil. Well?
Give me some. Do.
Get on.
You're on. Move it.
You require my assistance.
Wait till you see me in action.
Well?
Command. Yes, my lord.
What is it?
You're on. Aye. Hold him away. Command me.
What is it now? What? You require my assistance?
Give me some. Do.
To battle!
Your honor.
What is it now?
Our town. Wait till you see me in action.
Get on!
Give me some. Do. Brilliant.
How could I possibly lose this game? This doesn't seem to make sense.
Get on! Say no. What is it now?
I shouldn't be able to lose this game.
Town is under siege. What? Off I go then.
He's got so many water elementals though. That's the Archmage really kicking in there.
Get on with it.
What is it? What? Ready to work. What is it?
Smell magic in the air.
All right.
Leave it to me.
You require my assistance?
Yes, my lord. I live to serve. Ready to work.
Let me face the devil. What is it now?
Our forces are under attack.
You require my
What is it?
What is it now?
Right, boys, let's do this.
I
Smell magic in the air.
Well? Let me face the devil. And you require my assistance?
Our town is under siege.
Yeah, enough. Enough is enough. We're not having this.
Righto.
Get on with it. Orders?
I'm not having this.
All right.
Get on with it.
Wait till you see me in action.
You require my assistance? Can hardly wait.
Aye. Move it.
Can I help you?
Give me something to do.
Get on with it. At your call. You require my assistance?
It shall be done.
For my
Our gold mine is running.
What is it now? Fine.
Wait till
This
you
guy
see
has
me in
lived
action.
way longer than he ever
Hold
should have
away.
lived.
I'm coming through. For Cosmodon.
Get on. What?
Aye.
Well?
Wait till you see me in action.
What is it now? Well?
Give me something to do.
Lucky my fucking ass. You're the one that got fucking super lucky that game. I had that completely and utterly controlled. Like a fucking crackpot. Ah, feels good, man. That was ridiculous. How he even managed to stay alive up until that point. I got so fucked. I can't even... There's so much happened in that game. I can't even remember which bit it was that really fucked me over there. In terms of actual gameplay, outplay, I outplayed the shit out of him. But I still found myself in that position where I was like, hang on a second, there's a possibility that... Oh, I know, it was when the Paladin got fucking picked off. 425 gold for the Paladin. 250 gold on the item that's on the Paladin. Paladin dies like 20 seconds after he comes out. Paladin then needs to be resurrected. 170 gold. You know, when that sort of thing happens, that's pretty fucking unlucky. The Paladin had one job to do, and that's run to my Archmage, and he was busy creeping my red camp, which makes me wonder why he managed to sort of bolt towards the Paladin so quick. And then the base. I tried to sort of like, you know, make the base sort of like difficult, because human mirror, like, they're going to do a lot of base harass typically at periods of the game. As you saw, I did versus him. Like, I would have definitely done a lot more economy damage than he did to me. But the... Man, no matter how many peasants you have, no matter how much space you make in your base, you always get blocked. That's the one problem with playing... That's another problem with playing human a little bit, is that you have to block your base off to stop people from getting into it. But the problem is it also blocks you from getting out. So you waste valuable time. So I figured, if I don't see him on my journey, he's going to be doing one of the, you know, these spots, which he did go for. Get the item, and then I'll have to come out or something, because I'm going to your base, and he doesn't want to use the town portal for it. So is that item worth the economy damage? No, not at all. There's a lot of dancing around going off units, but I knew if I split my footmen up enough and focus these ones that are in the front, I should see. I've got one footman on that one footman on that one. So I'm making sure that you can try to dance them as much as you like, but there's, you know, footmen chasing. So going for that item was not worth it for him. I've got more experience from killing this. He definitely went heavier on the units, I think. I feel like he did. It actually turns out that I got 30 food, although he lost a bunch. So 2, 4, 6. I'm quite cold, actually. I'm starting to get shivers. Whew. Okay, 2, 4, 6. We got that. And I've got much more injured. 2, 4, 5. 5 footmen. My tech is just a little bit further ahead. I built quite outwards as well. You'll notice. Like, I try to give myself as much space as possible. Oh, I feel like I need to sort of like, do some exercise. I might actually do some push-ups. Wouldn't normally do that, but just to get the blood boiling. Yes, I didn't want the footman to do that. So it was pretty obvious that if he stopped chasing me here, he would have done this. If he actually went over here, I wouldn't have known so much. Nab in there. My footman blocks his archmage. Get that item. Don't get blocked. Couldn't get the claws of attack +9, unfortunately. I tried to get the last hit on the water lentils, but I don't think I managed it. No. Because getting the last hit on the water lentils is good experience.
Job's done.
So let's see. He got level 3, didn't he? So the Ogre Magi gives some good experience. He's got some items. So +9, Circuit of Nobility, Gloves of Haste. I've only got Gauntlets and Ring of Protection, so I didn't get so lucky with my items. Now, just makes sense to go to his base again, because he's going to be trying to build at tier 2, most likely, because I've hit tier 2. I know he's going to my base, so I just got to try to defend this. It's not easy to defend this, but the water mentors, because I've built outwards, can't really get into a position to hit me very easily. I maybe should have just moved all my militia to the left-hand side. I would have had the footman kill one of my arcane towers, but it might have been worth it. He should have repaired this tower. That cost him. Archmage getting whacked by the double arcane. Ah, there. I did actually. I moved my militia over to the left-hand side. That was the best place I could have moved them to. The Archmage, though, is nasty. He does a fair bit of damage. But this guy does not have much in terms of economy, I don't think. We've actually got the same food, but I think he's got more footmen. So I still must have a few more peasants, but I definitely lose quite a few here. So he actually just runs these all away. So that's... I mean, he's got so much gold. Mountain King is coming out. How's my Mountain King? My Mountain King's closer. He's actually a little fortunate here. If I didn't put so much pressure on that Archmage with the Arcane Towers, my Mountain King would have come out. I don't know if I was paying enough attention. I should have been paying... Well, to be fair, when you're basically concentrating on this base and your own base, and, you know, the units that scatter around, it's quite easy just to neglect a little thing, but I should try to do that more. Because I might have been able to get a Stormbolt off if I reacted quickly. No. That was almost perfect. Is that just coincidental? Because, by the way, I'm a kind of paranoid person, and I do think there's a lot of hackers out there. This has been around for a long time, but hack also doesn't just show you everything on the map. It also tells you the build times of units. So if he clicks on my altar, he can see when the Mountain King is coming out. So that I think actually might give away that he's a hacker. He's teleporting to his base where my Archmage is, which is kind of suicidal. But why? Why would you teleport? You could just run away in this situation. You've done some good economy damage. Like, he's definitely killed quite a lot of peasants and militia. You could run to the fountain. But you're going to teleport back to base. I mean, you got the Arcane Vault, but you can get to the fountain just as quickly as you can get to the Arcane Vault and spend 100 gold. Pretty much. And you won't have to... It's just... The timing is impeccable on that one. Now, that was either incredibly lucky or very dodgy. That really... I wasn't expecting that. That's really... Do you think I could fight 1 versus 1 versus WTii? No, he's too good. That seems really weird to me. He chugged quite a lot of items on potions. So I'm going to be going for the tier 3 stuff if I can. I've already got the Arcane Sanctum. If I was him, would I TP? It's not impossible to TP. I don't know. I didn't have a reason. You don't have a reason to TP until you see the Mountain King. Because if the Mountain King comes out, he's a bit like a Shadow Hunter. You'll get a bunch of free kills with him. Shadow Hunter has Hex. If you bump into an Orc as their Shadow Hunter comes out, say goodbye to 2 to 3 of your tier 1 units. Because you won't have them anymore. He'll just keep up and Hex. And the Mountain King can't do a good job as Hex, but he can still stun. Hello there, Flawless. How are you doing? Yeah, Mountain King can still stun and basically get some free hits. That was 100% dead Archmage. If that Mountain King came up and I was paying attention theoretically to get the Stormbolt immediately. That really does strike me as... That one thing really stands out to me more than anything else. Yeah, he's down to very low economy. He's just got his economy going back there. I didn't have too much going into the gold mine. I had quite a bit of AFK stuff whilst I was dancing around here because I was really scared of losing the Archmage. I don't want to do anything to throw the game, so I had some poor macro there for a short while. But yeah, I could have stopped Peasant there and started taking up. See, the Archmage already still... Yeah, I had to TP there because these Archmages came around that way. Yeah, I see what you mean, Yoakum. I mean, that's it. I mean, basically, he's either a hacker or he's just lucky. And that's one of the hardest things in Battle.net, is to tell whether someone just got lucky or whether they hack. Because you can't see pings or anything like that anymore, unfortunately. You can't see what they click on. It would be very handy if you could see what they click on. Things like that would really be telltale signs. Would I kill Ember, please? I think I wanted to kill him. I asked so I could fight him on ladder because he'd be a free win. Because I just wanted to get the next level. And I've just got the next level. A lucky hacker. I mean, that's possible as well. But yeah, it's one or the other, really. You're either lucky or you're a hacker. Because that was odd. Like, TPing isn't, you know, it's not necessarily that nonsensical. There is someone in your base tearing it to pieces. You want to get back to it. But he had a Mountain King coming out, so the Archmage couldn't stay there long anyway. At that point. But the TP, because it happens just before the Mountain King comes out, and he's standing here on low health, really, really, really stands out to me.
Job done.
So what's he doing? He was going to go right here. Kills his water mentor. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess he's going here. This isn't too nonsensical though. He didn't exactly creep jack that much though. I'm just trying to work out whether it was luck or hack. That Mountain King's got so many storm bolts. He's bought so much. He's spent so much gold on like potions of healing and stuff like that. I want to get boots of speed so I can get away potentially. I was surprised that the next Stormbolt came in so quickly, but I should have been ready for it. If I just got there, I would have been able to get out of that Stormbolt. But this, with boots of speed, should be enough. So I can do some healing. I'm doing some economy damage over here. Fortunately, I can get my stuff out. That was very lucky for me. Because if that got trapped, that would have sucked. But he's not getting tier 2 anytime soon. Tier 3 rather. He's sticking to tier 2. I'm tier 3 now, so it's basically Paladin and Knights. It's hard work as human, really. Unless you're having a very easy game. Then human can be one of the easiest races if you've already won, if that makes sense. Like, they're a lot more auto-attacky once they're comfortable and in control. But up until that point, you've got so many little vulnerable units. I should have been paying attention to this. I think I didn't even have him properly hotkeyed. That's why. That was a free kill. Shouldn't have done that. So yeah, he's either going to go to my base or do this. I thought he was going to go to my base. But he goes and does this. Because I haven't seen him in a while. So the Paladin, yeah, this is the bit I wanted to get to. Paladin's close to getting out. He hasn't quite finished his creep camp, but it's almost done. Paladin out. Buy the item. Now, did you go to the right, Paladin? So that's part of where it went wrong. Yeah, the Paladin just went up this way. I right-clicked him onto my hero. But what I should have done is right-click him over here to begin with. By right-clicking him onto my hero, he goes round here. Which is closer to where he is. So if he just went left, he would have been fine. But he took this awkward long path. That's kind of weird. He's not going to my base. He looks like he's almost trying to chase the Paladin down. Whoa. No. Okay. This is getting more dodgy as we go. That Stormbolt came awfully quickly after the Paladin came into view. That's a little odd. I had to go Divine Shield as well as my first ability to try to avoid death. With the Bloodlust, it's easier for him to keep up with me as well. What do you guys think about that one? That seemed odd to me. It's like he knew it was there. He was ready for it. I want to watch again up until the 14-minute mark and just see, realistically, on 1 times speed, from his point of view.
Ready to work.
A lot of people in chat are saying he's a hacker.
Ready to work.
A lot of people are saying he's a hacker.
Ready to work. Job done.
But yeah, this is interesting though, isn't it? Like, you break things down. I mean, the thing that stood out to me, because I know how the game works and how map hack can also work, because of people being able to click on buildings to get information, like when a hero is coming out or a unit is coming out, they know when to bail and stuff like that. That just really stood out beyond belief for me. And now that extra move, I mean, I could be wrong, he could have seen it for like a second, but if you've basically got a Stormbolt ready for a hero that's in nighttime, Fog of War, within half a second or less, something's not right there. Something is not right. In before everyone wants to say, but actually, he was just doing this. Yes, I know. I'm going to get a bunch of comments of people saying that, but those people typically don't know really how the game works or haven't played 1 versus 1 very much competitively, especially on Battle.net. When you've played against enough hackers, you sort of see how they move and how they work. And funny enough, they all start to become the same thing. Right, so 14 minutes is basically when he does this Red Creek camp. Maybe he's Korean and he's got very fast APM. Perhaps. This is a possibility. But I don't think someone called mode_berserker, who hasn't even put the R... Well, maybe, because I wouldn't have thought Korean could speak or type English correctly, unless they're well versed with English, but most Koreans wouldn't be, I would assume. It's not like most Europeans have to learn English. I don't think Koreans go to school learning English. Let's pump up the volume. Ah, sorry. That's just a natural reaction. I just saw that Stormbolt fly and I had to say it. Right, we're getting close to the 14-minute mark. So we know he does this. It's when he comes out of this that's important. So he's just used Crystal Ball, I think, on this area to reveal. Or here, but either way, that doesn't see anything too fascinating. Alright, so we're in the 14-minute, 13-minute, 33-second mark. Paladin's clunkily going to the right. That was my mistake. That was bad. I should have told him to go left. Because I knew he was here. So that was unfortunate. Basically, I got lazy. I just right-clicked him onto my hero and assumed he was going to take the most convenient path for my enemy. Right, okay, so we'll watch this slowly at the moment. Half speed. Paladin's coming through here. He's trying to get the Mountain King in front, which is another indicator that the Mountain King wants to, you know, you don't want to block the Mountain King, although he's doing a bad job of it. So it really does look like he's following that Paladin, doesn't it? The Archmage is actually, for me, blocking his Mountain King a little bit because he's getting too close. That's Warcraft free pathing in a nutshell. You've got to be careful of that. Right, okay, so we're going to watch this in 1 times speed. So you tell me. I'm going to try to keep an eye on him and his Mountain King within range. If you do auto camera, by the way, it's no good. So don't tell me about auto camera. We just have to make an assumption. This is 1 times speed. 1, 2. That just seems too quick to me. He didn't go for the knight either. He waited for the paladin that became visible about half a second to a second after the knight. I don't think that's legit. I think that's dodgy to me. That was very quick. You would pretty much take what you can get if you saw anything. But he was patient enough to wait for the paladin, and he bloody stormbolted the paladin very quickly after it became visible. You don't typically have the Mountain King... Oh, man. That just... I think that does it for me, personally. It's still somewhat up in the air, as all hacks typically tend to be, unless someone has, you know, blatantly gone from point A to point B, you know, just beeline there or something like that. It's never, you know, solidified, or it's never too easy to tell truly whether someone hacks, but you can see a lot of clues, and that's what we're basically looking at, following the breadcrumb trail. Ember says it's not fishy, except that he wasn't going for the knight immediately, and then that is fishy. He assumed there was a paladin if there was a knight. Oh, okay, that's what Michael said. So yeah, that's what I would expect in the comments. He naturally knew there would be a paladin there just in front of the knight because I'm at tier 3 at that point. Ignoring the knight is a bit strange. Like, you would go for it. No doubt about it. If you was ready to Stormbolt like he was, very quick, you would Stormbolt. You would go, shit, I'm having that unit, because you're close enough to get a stun long enough to be able to surround it, and that's a fucking knight. That's going to give you a decent chunk of experience. For me, I'm convinced that guy's a hacker. Oh shit, that's so bad. Oh, so stressful. I hate those moments. I should have moved the Archmage. That's my fault. I did poor job on that. I took too many leniencies. I was trying so much this game as well to make sure that I don't throw it, because I just want to move on to the next level. And that was a bit of a throw, because if I hadn't have lost my Archmage there, I really would have been in a good spot. But at this point, he's kind of come back. 50 food versus my 48 food, so he's winged his way back, but he's at tier 2. So as long as I can get enough knights on the battlefield, I should be able to do good versus the Spellbreakers. Okay, right. That does it for me. Like, he clearly has a fast reaction time. If he does, why wait? That's a true point, Ember, as well. That's the same. Or he was a stream sniper. Snipe would have been a bit more difficult to notice the paladin. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't looking at my paladin at the time, I don't think. The only time I was looking at my paladin is when he went to the shop, bought the item, and then right-clicked to my hero. Then I would have come back up here. If I know me, I would have just come back up here and concentrated on what was happening. And I wouldn't have probably paid attention to the paladin, which I didn't. Whew. Okay. So, I mean, if I had to lean, basically that's what I'm getting at. I'm not 100% he's a hacker, but if I had to lean one way or the other, the teleport... I go over this in so much detail, but the teleport bit is really good as well. I just want to get to the teleport bit. That bit really, really stands out to me. As you notice, like, I was just watching the replay, why was I watching the replay? I didn't particularly watch the replay because I was like, oh, this guy's definitely a hacker. I've done that before with previous ones. This one, I think I wanted to learn a couple bits from it. I can't even remember why I initially started watching it. Forgotten XP time. I don't know if I did. I don't know if that was just a glitch or whether the XP time I did forget. That's annoying if I did. I tend to sort of right-click on it with my hero and then shift right-click to go somewhere else. But then very quickly after that, I'll right-click, which ignores all the orders that I previously gave. So in the time that it takes to do that right-click, and the hero's travelled from here to here and didn't get there and he got only here, then the right-click makes it so that he just walks away and doesn't pick up the item. I'm very clicky. Okay, so this is the part where he's going to TP Mountain King. So we can just skip to about here. It's not particularly bright. Standing in front of the Arcane Towers for about half an hour there with his Archmage. I noticed that, so I swapped it onto the Water Elementals. We're just speeding up the gameplay. Coming back to 1x speed. Like, you might say he just TP'd because he felt threatened and he was going to die to the militia. And it's possible because you can just sort of like click on the TP into your base. You're not actually watching what's happening here, which is what he might have not been doing. He might have been watching up here. We're going to half speed now. That Mountain King.
Our forces are under attack.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this is a fun video anyway, and you guys can definitely make your own minds up, and I'll be open-minded. Like I say, he's basically comes between two things, and this is kind of the way it goes for most hackers. He's either a hacker or he's just incredibly lucky, or has incredibly lucky moments like this. Because if he did not TP there, 100% dead. Unless he's got reactions quick enough to dodge a Stormbolt from here. And assuming that I was ready with my Mountain King, which I don't think I was, but assuming that my Mountain King comes straight out and I've got, you know, OT. Mountain King comes out, press O for, you know, spells, press T for Stormbolt, and then T again. So OTT. Over the top. That's just what this is all about. Okay. He could have just run away from militia. Yeah, he could have just. But sometimes when you're distracted by what's going on in your base, you're not paying attention to your Archmage, which he wasn't. So you sometimes sort of like go auto mode. And so he's basically watching his base. And he's Archmage, like he can see his low health. Every now and then he'll click on it and maybe right click it over here. So it stays out of way. That's kind of what I sometimes do. Whilst I'm concentrating over here. So he could have just been doing that, and he wasn't particularly paying too much care to his Archmage, as much care, because he was so distracted on his base, and rightfully so. It's an interesting one. This is a good one. This is not convinced. This is not like 100% bulletproof, even 90%, 8%, 70%, even 60% potentially. It could just be pure 50-50. You swing one way or the other. GG. Hey, WTii here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to my channel for Warcraft free content every day. Just click the bell icon next to the subscribe button to be notified of the latest Warcraft free news. You can check out even more at WTiiWarcraft.com to stay in the loop. There's blogs, topics on interacting with me and others at my Twitch, forums, and more. Don't forget to follow me at WTiiWarcraft on Twitter to get all the latest. And come watch me live almost every day at twitch.tv/Witty. If you'd like to go that extra mile and support this channel and everything I do, then you are welcome to join me and become a Patreon at patreon.com/WTiiWarcraft. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.